Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. For the Miami Heat, they are coming off a good outing against the Pacers in Indiana. A three-point win in that one. Always nice to come out on top in a close game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
Carter outside. Shot clock at 6. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Here's Collier. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Holland. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Smith. It's hauled in by the Heat. Pass to Tatum. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. Back to Carter. Here's Ware. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Pacers off to a quick start here. Here's Tatum. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
To the wing right side. Here's Holland. Out to Smith. There's a good screen from past the arc. Porter pulls it in. The Heat trailed by 3. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, feel relatively good about their chances. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And here are the Pacers now, following the score by Miami. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 1.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Here's Smith. Misses the layup.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Tatum lays it up off the glass.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the shot goes down.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. So both teams making some changes here.
For the Pacers, nicely done.
The Heat with the lead. And the rejection by Jackson. Left side, Martin. Pass to Collier. Back to Martin. Here's De Silva. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Heat now. And here is Garland. Tatum looking around. Stolen. 7-second difference. Shot in game clock. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, quick reaction by Jackson Jr. He sees what's happening and gets out in transition to support the play.
Now, here's Garland. Still scoreless. Just 4 to shoot. Three-pointer. They get it back. And the rejection by Jackson. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pacers out in front, leading.
The Heat, 10.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Outside for Martin. A three-pointer, no good. Indiana leading. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Now White. Out to Smith. Pass to Brown. Back to Smith. The tray. Hits the three-point bomb. Smith's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers.
An absolute sharpshooter. J.R. Smith always rises with confidence.
And Carter now, top of the key. Back to Garland. Out to Carter. A 3-ball. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Stan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Wow. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy.
Substitution on the court.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Castle. Here's Ware. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it. Well, it's so impressive how Jason Tatum has just continued to strengthen his game. He's a star who isn't easily satisfied by his own play and always wants to do more.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Castle. Still yet to score. Tatum's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to White. Here's De Silva. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Knocked away. It's stolen by White. Now here's Wallace. Indiana moving it around. Here's Brown. Bank shot. No good. The Heat trailed by 5. Pass to Martin. Hands it from downtown. Martin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
Here's White, and White slams it in.
Yeah, what a finish. He used his bounce to throw it down over the taller defender.
Pass to Martin for the 3. De Silva with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Here's Ware. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And down it goes, jamming that one home. White looking around. Here's the screen. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, what's great about Kobe White is his commitment to raising his game. You look at him season to season, and he's always trying to do more.
Here's De Silva. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pacers lead by 5. Live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And here is Tatum. To the paint. Here's Carter. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
Smith outside. Stolen by Garland. Jumps up. The slam dunk by Garland.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
G.A., you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Out to the wing. Outside Garland. Just 5 to shoot. From down in the low post, it goes. Garland's got 4 points this quarter.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got 9 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's Castle. No scoring in this one. And it's Carter missing.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Where? Good.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Smith outside. Outside Jackson. Smith on the wing. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Smith's got his second basket.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity. I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Here's Holland. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And it's a 7-point Indiana lead.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Pass to Tatum. It's picked off. For 3, Smith. That one, no good.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Down low. Ware, good. Ware's got 9. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Now here's Tatum. He has 6. They set the pick. Pass to Kispert. And again, it's the Heat missing. Pacers leading by 7. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Well, don't count on Jackson Jr. for big assist numbers, but he'll make smart passes.
Here's Tatum. Good ball movement here by Miami. Tatum gets it inside.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That'll be his second foul of the game. .35 seconds left to play here in the third. De Silva nailed from three-point land. De Silva's got the lead up to 10 now for Indiana. Outside Tatum. Back to Porter. Launches a three. Hits it from three-point range. Porter's got 5 now.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Tatum. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Indiana ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close.
36.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so White will bring it up for Indiana. Pass to Brown. Here's De Silva. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's White missing. The Heat trail by 9. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Onto the court for the Pacers. Number 5.
Carter with it. In the corner. Tatum with it. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's Carter missing. Indiana leading by 9. Smith for 3. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Carter with the screen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This league, Stan, and you've watched it and coached it for years, has the best players in the entire world. And some guys, though, can kind of be overlooked. Like Terry Rozier, for instance.
Yeah, look, here's a guy who's averaged 28 points a game. He can create offense for other people. He plays hard, was an outstanding defender early in his career. He's an important piece for any team he's on.
And what speed and Stan, what athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. This guy's somebody who shouldn't be under the radar. Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Dribble penetration is what Garland's all about, and he's a great decision maker on the move.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul.
Darius Garland.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Indiana with it. 8-point game. Here's De Silva. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Smith's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Pacers. Outside Tatum. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Brown. And Indiana, another 3.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Carter looking around. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Stolen by Garland. Pass to De Silva. Here's Brown. Back to Okongwu. Misses the three. The Heat trailed by 14. The three from Tatum. They get it again. Carter. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Well, he's just so strong on the glass. This guy Carter has the capability of being a double-double guy.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah,
payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security coming.
Outside Carter, and Brown pulls it down. Pacers leading by 13, ripped away. Now the fast break, Tatum with the ball. Off target from outside.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this Coles ball, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Carter. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Pacers.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jaren Jackson.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Here's Smith. Up and in on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 15.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's Indiana. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.